Batman attempts to learn magic but realizes he can't because during his training with a master magician and illusionist John Zatara, they would eventually go out to a bar to have some drinks when suddenly Zatanna comes in and drags Bruce away, as they would spend a night out with each other just like they used to during their childhood. But on that night out, they find some thugs robbing a dead lady and notice she is glowing, and then realizes that something is going to happen with her father, so they rush back to a theater where John Zatara is and spots a demon named Shantas that keeps bothering him as he feasts on broken-hearted souls like John. However, John manages to keep him away temporarily when Bruce asks them if they can teach him magic, but John denies as he explains that magic wasn't able to save his wife or his friends. So Bruce further explains that he needs to learn magic, that way he can be ready for whatever a foe uses on him, and after that Zatanna agrees to try and train him, but it proves to be useless for the time being, as she would explain to Bruce that using magic would need someone to fully let go of themselves, which he hasn't done yet as he is still holding on to the pain of his parents' death, so much so that a book about speaking to the dead grabs his attention. Zatanna then paints a sigil on Bruce to enhance his feeling of brokenheartedness so they could try and bait Shantas to send him back to hell, and almost immediately something happens as Shantas and a bunch of demons come rushing to him to claim his soul, but he fends them off long enough to run to Zatanna, who would then try to cast them back to hell but ultimately fails until John Zatara appears and sends them all back to hell himself. Afterwards, Bruce says his goodbyes to Zatanna before heading to a bar with John where he would confess that he stole Zatanna's book that teaches people how to speak to the dead and gives it to John, claiming that the book didn't work as he wasn't able to speak to his parents. So instead, the two talk to each other about their loved ones that have passed away for hours.